So decisions. What is the decision that coming up with? One thing that I'm debating on right now is I'm about a couple hours away from the house. They want to send me down there back to Maine. Damn near. It's good money, but I'm sort of tired of doing this shit. Not really, not so much as tired of doing it as in I don't want to do it while my back still fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I could force myself to drive for so many hours every shift, but when I get up to move around and do stuff, it's like, and I'd rather just be home and heal up and then come back out here. So now I'm just debating. Kind of want to just, they got me a load going up north, but I kind of just want to gas this bitch up and go to the highs. Like, boy, fuck your load. You book me a load to Chicago so I can bring you a truck back. But it's like, damn, you do that, you out there. You know what I'm saying? You do that, you out there. And if I had the product, I would be more confident in being out there with the product, especially that being that I already got product on me. So to get the other product with the proper sizes, like the larger sizes for us truckers, would help me out a ton. But yeah, I'm in my feelings right now. I'm still staying positive. I ain't getting negative. So we still positive. We in our feelings, but we positive about it. Oh, see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't got time for that. Like, the whole reason I came back out here was like I'm gonna try to push through this shit. But now that I'm out here and pushing through it, it's working. But it's just like, bro, you probably could do the other thing and make the money and don't even have to work this hard, bro. That's what I'm really contemplating. Like, I don't think I should have to work this fucking hard all day, every day, sleeping in the truck. Not, nah, bro. I kind of want my life back. I kind of want to be home. Mm. So yeah, we getting this bag off us right now, and I'm really in my mind debating like, I think this might be the end of the line for them, cause rent, rent, rent gonna get paid. I mean, I got 30 days to figure it out. Can you pay your rent if you got 30 days with no job? Do you that kind of hustle? And I was just about to read the book, but they buzzing me now. I think my paperwork ready, so I'm gonna go grab this paperwork right quick. And when I grab the paperwork, then we'll come back and get to it. I ain't gonna take off right now because I'm still trying to debate in my head, like, do we keep working for another week or two, or do we just say fuck it and take their truck to the house, take all our shit out and tell them they can get their truck back? We're not doing this for the top of the year. We're gonna try something else. We tried this all year. It was nice. It was good. The money was nice and good, but we're gonna have to try something else. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try something else. Y'all just listen to this for a minute. Y'all listen to this right quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get in my paperwork. I'm gonna park over here. We're gonna read the chapter. And I'll make a decision after that. I don't know. Might need to start the year working. Might be start the year at the highs. Saying we're gonna start something new. We'll figure it out. Show you a way out so that you can find genuine love. So in this video, I'm going to use a simple point system and grade each person based on the valuable sought after qualities and traits. One thing for sure, two things I know. One thing for sure, two things I know. Either way, either route we go, from now on, every time I step out, gotta be with that product. Gotta be with this product. I am a product based. I'm a walking billboard. You heard me? Sales, baby. What's going on, Cole? I get you checked out right quick. Get you checked out right quick. This me right, I got my own clothing brand. It's called Millionaire Mission. You know what I'm saying? I got a white and black and white. I try to push it for 20 and take a shot with me. All right, respect that, respect that. You see me around, try me out though. All right, take it easy, buddy. Yeah, I'll be out here. All right, take it easy. Yeah, we ain't gonna play no games, man. We ain't gonna play no games. We're gonna figure this out. Appreciate y'all for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. I'm definitely finna leave. I don't give a damn if the light's still red. I was red when I pulled on it. It better not be on here because I'm pulling off. Buzzing my buzzer and all that. I got to be ready. They still on there unloading, man. Something ain't right. Somebody ain't coordinating right. But we empty right now. We got another bag to pick up. It's a good run, but we debating right now because it's going to be the new year. And do I really want to do this for the new year? I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling it like that. I'm not really feeling it like that. I'm feeling like, man, it's time to try some other shit, new. Because I got a lot of connections in the city. I just ain't been using them because I've been like, you know, I don't really party like that. I don't really go out like that. And another thing I've been thinking about is, like, I got a lot of product as far as shirt goes, different colors and stuff. I just need to get them pressed up. So instead of buying all the shirts like wholesale and getting them pressed and all that, I'm thinking I can just take the shirts I got and get them pressed up. And that way I can have different flavors, you know what I'm saying, for different colors, different people, you know, different shit, you heard me? So I'm just debating right now, like, but the biggest debate is like, do I really want to go full time with the grind on the hustle shirt shit? Because that's just like getting up every day and going to work too. And ain't no guarantee in that. You know what I'm saying? You might go out all day and only sell 3 shirts. At $20, that's $60. You done worked all day, but most likely you're going to get more sales than that if you're working from, like, let's say 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 or 10 o'clock at night. You're going to get more sales than that, especially if you doing like how I'm planning on doing it. I'm only going to be in locations with people that got money. I ain't going to locations where people struggling and shit. So right now is the debate, man. Do we try to change our life independently? Or do we continue to work this 9 to 5? Do we continue to work this 9 to 5? Do we try to change our life for the independent route? Or do we continue to work the 9 to 5? That is the big debate right now. Cause I could just keep working the job, you know, just keep working, pushing through the pain. Or I can just say, hey man, look, that load you got me, I ain't gonna be able to do that load, buddy. I gotta go to Atlanta. And you could book a load to Atlanta or something like that, and then we can run that, and then after that you can get your truck back. But if you can't book a load, I'm finna just go ahead. Matter of fact, I ain't even finna wait for him. Damn, I ain't even read the book yet, and I'm already making my decision. Like, bro, I'm tired of this shit, bro. Like, for real. I'm just tired of answering to y'all, but a nigga gotta pay bills, you feel me? You gotta pay bills. When bills don't hear that shit, but oh, I'm trying my independent route, dude. The bills do not want to hear none of that shit, you feel me? For real, the bills don't want to hear that shit. So we gotta make the next move the best move, you feel me? And the fact that I ain't got my woman by my side while I'm doing all this is an issue to me. Got another issue that I got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's another issue I got to deal with. And I'm feeling like right now, like if I go to the house right now, hey man, You gotta grind it out, man. No sleep, no slacking and lacking. Gotta get straight to the grinding and making it happen. You feel me? Nothing wrong with that. It's just, man, when you've been maintaining for a minute, like how you maintain, you want to just keep maintaining. See, but I don't want to just maintain. I want to ball out of control. That's the difference. I don't want to just maintain. I want to ball out of control. You feel me? And this shit is good resources to do so. I just been mismanaging the funds, but I'm feeling like right now I could probably hustle these same funds, bro. Like, it don't even take all week to do it for real. Let me see some. Yeah, I think that's a wrap, man. I gotta go try this shit. I'm trying to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when I was home, but I ain't really get into it. I was just spending time with people. I ain't really get into the hustle. Like, and also my back was super fucked up at that time. Like walking, like right now I'm popping out, jumping out, and it's feeling much better. I'm getting, you know, but it's different because like when I woke up, it was so bad. It was in like my left, my right, like in my butt cheek and going down in my leg. It felt like a, what you call that thing? Like a Charlie horse. It felt like just a, it felt like a Charlie horse. It felt like a Charlie horse. Just yeah, it felt like a Charlie horse just from sitting down. So I'm thinking like, that's what I'm saying right now. What I'm saying, like I can't be just doing this shit. Cause what if it get worse? Like yeah, it's good right now, but when I lay down and go to sleep and wake up, then it be worse. I ain't got time to be stuck somewhere out of damn town and my body locking up. I'd rather be home where I can go get in my bed and rest. You feel me? Like, and I was home, but I was doing pretty much a lot of moving around, so I ain't just, all right, take it easy now. That's my boy Devin right there. He the one in the thumbnail that shot with me and bought the shirt. Yeah, every sale be more motivation too, cause it's like, bro, you working all these hours, all this time. You can literally just go out here, talk to like 50 to 100 people a day, get your sales off and go home. 50 to 100 people a day, get your sales and go home, bro. Like I told you, I remember selling CDs. Sometimes, nigga, you only sell 5 to 10 CDs. You feel me? After 5 to 10 hours, bitch, that's like a sale an hour. That shit be rough some days, but then some days it's like, hey man, you done sold 20 fucking CDs in under 30 minutes. Like, it depends on your location and the people. You know what I'm saying? The people got the money. Also, $5, $10 is easier to come off of than 20, especially in these economy in this time. So all this debating in my head got me just, but I don't want to just say fuck my job and then, you know, lose your apartment, lose your car, lose everything because the hustle ain't work out like you thought it was going to. But you got to have more confidence in God, Chaz, to provide. Like, I can't, I'm looking at this job as the provider. And I can't really just be looking at the job as the only source of income when I know I got hustle. And like, I got good license so I can get a local job. So like I said, I'm just debating right now the pickup time at 12 o'clock. But I don't think we're going to do that pickup. I think I'm finna take this truck to the A, take my shit out and tell them they can book a load to Chicago because I got flight money right now. As long as I get a bike to the A, I'm straight. I got products still. What going on? What going on? What's up, my guy? Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video for me. That help me out them out. And if you need some subscribers, just go on one of my other videos and put just subscribe to not subscribe to your channel. What I'm doing right now is I'm debating. Do I keep working this job or do I quit this job and go start doing my own thing for 2025? Big debate, man. Big debate. Because I got to tell these people, fuck that load. I ain't finna go get that shit. I'm going home. Right. So just now, while I was closing my door, I was thinking, nigga tired of being on this road a little bit, but nigga ain't tired of the money, right? I'm tired of not being with my family and all that good shit too. You feel me? Damn, bro. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I want to say fuck it and just keep trucking, but I feel like I never get off the truck if I don't never stop, bro. Like, you trying to wait for the perfect time till you save up the right amount and all this shit. You ain't gonna never get off this damn truck. All right, let's continue though. We're on a new chapter. I had read the first part of this chapter yesterday in the end of the live, but it was like a vlog, so I'm gonna start it over so y'all can get the full gist of it. Chapter 9, give more than you take. My father was willing to pitch in with just about any. You know what? Let me send all this. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Because they do got me on these tracking apps, so let me go ahead and confirm that so I can get this shit off my phone, first and foremost. Let me confirm that. You know what I'm saying? Get this shit up off my phone, bro. What y'all got going on? All right, well, we got that. Let them know that was delivered. Let me send him the picture so he knows it's delivered. I kind of want to wait to send him the picture, though. Damn, that 986 miles, man. That's some good money right there, boy. I probably could be there tomorrow. God damn. But at the same time, let me see how much shirts that is. So that's like 30 people versus driving 900 miles, which is 2-day transit. I can go talk to 30 people and get the same amount of money. Man, you know what? I'm finna go home. I just gotta try it, bro. Staying on this truck, I'm just gonna stay on the truck. I'm gonna keep staying on the fucking truck. I'm never gonna get off the truck. I gotta just say fuck it and go home and try it. Otherwise, I'd never know, right? My father was willing to pitch in with just about any task that would help others. One of the duties he routinely performed was that of treasurer for our local church. Most of us find it tedious to manage our own finances, so taking on another set of books as a hobby or a charity wouldn't seem like much fun. But Dad was all in. It's not that he was an accountant or anything of the sort. He simply had a belief that everything belongs to God and we manage it on his behalf. That applied first and foremost to the finances of the church, which is why he was willing to donate his time to do the extra bookkeeping in the days before computer accounting, programming, and online banking. Dad's belief in this concept of stewardship that Dad's belief in this concept of stewardship that all we have is held in trust and it should be used wisely, applied to everything in our lives, and I mean everything. My parents were anything but wasteful, pinching every penny until it hollered for help. We didn't spend money on a new car when our old one ran perfectly well, and we seldomly bought new clothes. Mom and Dad practiced simplicity long before it became fashionable. That wasn't because they didn't appreciate nice things or wouldn't have enjoyed spending a little money on themselves. Their attitude towards money was driven by the conviction that it wasn't theirs to begin with. It was a gift to be used wisely. I know what you're thinking right now. It must have been no fun growing up in the Toller household because we never splurged on or enjoyed nice things. Nothing could be farther from the truth. Our home was filled with joy because Dad taught all of us an attitude of gratitude, which produced a tremendous spirit of generosity. And when we did get something new, we enjoyed it that much more. At a very young age, I learned the ancient truth that more joy is found in giving than in receiving. Dad gave all of us the gift of generosity. When we were very young, Dad would give each of us a few coins to put in the offering plate on Sunday morning. He wanted us to find out how satisfying it is to contribute to others. More than that, he emphasized his own belief that money isn't ours anyways, it's given to us for a purpose. Later on, after Dad passed away, my stepfather, Jack Hollingsworth, also served as a church treasurer and reinforced my father's example. He made sure the toilet boys always carried their giving envelopes to the church, even if it only carried a few pennies, saved from our allowances. When we became old enough to earn a little money of our own, the habit of giving was already formed. I'll never forget figuring up 10% of my first check so I could donate that money to the church. It was satisfying to practice generosity all on my own. The amount was very small, but the impact on my life was huge. Generosity is a response to gratitude. Generosity begins with the belief that life and everything in it is a gift. As such, it rises naturally from gratitude. Positive thinking people are grateful for what they have, and they always seem willing to share with others. This includes more than just money or even material things. You'll find that when a person develops a positive attitude, they're generous with their time, their hospitality, ideas, opportunity, encouragement, even their very lives. They believe that nothing in life is a zero-sum game, and there's always more where that came from. The opposite of generosity is scarcity mindset, the belief that there'll never be enough, so giving to others means taking away from yourself. That leads to stinginess, hoarding, and suspicion. The choice to be generous is vital because it opens the doors to blessings. When you give to others, you receive even more in return. There's a wise saying that goes something like, give and it will be given into you. A good measure pressed down and shaken together and running over will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. The wisdom holds truth, and I experienced it time and time again. This is true not in transactional sense that if you give away $1, you'll get $1 back. Rather, it's what we call prudential wisdom. It's a saying that illustrates a basic principle in life. There may be expectations, but not many in general. There may be exceptions, but not many in general. It's the way life works. Generous people are rewarded while stingy people seem to suffer with less and less. Here are a few of the ways that giving to others benefits not only them, but you as well. You build a community. If you are facing a serious problem, would you rather have $1,000 or 1,000 friends? Most of us can readily see that having a community of support is even more valuable than having money. As the saying goes, money makes you wealthy, but friends make you rich. When you're generous with others, you put money in the relational bank of friendship. That doesn't mean that if you give a person 50, you have the right to take it back whenever you like. That would be a loan, not a gift of generosity. It means that generous people enjoy good relationship with others, which are themselves a form of wealth. If you've seen the classic film It's a Wonderful Life, you'll know what I mean. You may recall that the story protagonist, George Bailey, has devoted his life to the tiny community of Bedford Falls, passing up many opportunities to better himself. Though he didn't realize it, George is somewhat of a local hero. When he suddenly finds himself urgently in need of $8,000 due to an error by someone else, he feels not only penniless but in utter failure. That's when the entire town rallies to his support, generously donating funds to make good on that debt that George cannot repay. His brother Harry sums it up with these words: a toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town. Generosity builds friendship, respect, camaraderie, and community. When you give to others, you're indeed blessed. You gain resources. The advice to give and it will be given to you isn't a spiritual platitude. It's the statement of a principle in the universe that every bit as reliable as the law of gravity. When you give away what you have, you gain more in return. I saw this in action many times in my parents' lives, as their generosity sometimes seemed foolhardily to me. They would give generously to the church or to others in need when we seem to be lacking in resources ourselves. Invariably, they too receive some opportunity or act of kindness that more than made up for what they lost by giving it away. You will see this principle in action with notable things as well. Ideas, respect, opportunities, kindness, and all these are subject to the law of generosity. When you give them away, you gain even more. Have you ever noticed that most successful people are often free with new ideas? They don't hoard wisdom, insight, or opportunities because they believe there'll always be another good idea coming along. As a result, they usually prosper to an even greater degree. You are blessed When you give to others, you're blessed in ways that are hard to describe. Perhaps the best way to put it is this: giving to others is really a gift to yourself. You feel content, at peace, and blessed because you had the opportunity and the means to do a good thing in the world. If you haven't experienced this, you're missing out on one of the greatest opportunities life has to offer. Real meaning in life, true satisfaction comes not from acquiring things for yourself, but from blessing others with what you have. The way of thinking is directly contrary to the way of naturally thinking. There's something inside us that gives us the urge to acquire all we can, far more than we'll ever need, and hoard it for ourselves. That lifestyle is a pathway to emptiness. Just as an attitude of entitlement leads to a feeling of anger and frustration, so an attitude of selfishness leads to a feeling of meaninglessness. If you want to experience true joy in life, make the choice to be generous with others. Barriers to generosity. If this is your first time thinking about being generous, you probably have some reservations. As we noted, giving away money, time, opportunity, or other resources runs contrary to our human nature. We don't easily part with things we've worked hard for. Some people are never able to overcome this mental hurdle. They remind me of the story about a country preacher who supported himself as an electrician. When the church needed a new roof that would cost $5,000, he knew he would have to get creative with fundraising. On Saturday night, he went to the church, wired each pew into the church's electrical system, and placed a switch beneath the pulpit. On Sunday morning, the pastor announced the fundraising project, then said, "Who will give $500 towards the new roof?" With that, he flipped the switch and jolted the pews with a burst of electricity. People jumped to their feet all over the room. The good news is that the church reached its fundraising goal in a matter of seconds. The bad news is that 6 people were electrocuted that day. Some people simply won't be generous. If you're struggling with adopting an attitude of generosity, you may be stuck on one of the following familiar hang-ups. Here are 7 common reasons people resist being generous. They have a history of entitlement. We've already noted the link between gratitude and generosity. The same connection exists between ingratitude and selfishness. The attitude of entitlement, which is the essence of ingratitude, courses through selfishness as well. People who are used to thinking they should be on the receiving end usually have a hard time with generosity. If you find yourself thinking, "Why didn't I get more?" you'll have a hard time learning to give. That's why having an attitude of gratitude is central for becoming a generous person. When you choose gratitude, you'll choose generosity as well. They have a culture of scarcity. For more than 40 years, linguistic Enos Pike worked among Mazatec people in Mexico. Many of the Mazatec women created beautiful ornament embroideries, items, and art form that required considerable skill. Yet when Pike asked any woman who taught you how to do this, she would answer, I know." Pike explains this means no one had taught her. She had learned by herself. Obviously, such skills couldn't be gained by self-study, so Pike was puzzled. That is, until she learned of the concept of limited goods as believed in some traditional societies. The idea is that there's only so much good in the world, whether it be land, money, food, or even knowledge. So if one woman were to teach another how to embroider, she would be giving away valuable resources. As a result, Pike noted, they learn everything in a casual way by watching others at work. That way, the students wouldn't be seen as stealing something from the teacher. The concept of limited goods may seem odd, but you and I encounter it every day by another name, a scarcity mindset. Many people believe that all good things, money, food, opportunity, success, even happiness, are in limited supply. So if one person succeeds, it must mean that another will fail. Okay. If your neighbor has a great opportunity for advancement, it must come at your expense. This kind of thinking inhabits generosity for the same reason the Mazatec people were reluctant to share knowledge with each other. It rests on the belief that when one person shares with another, the giver is somehow impoverished at the receiver's expense. In fact, there's no limit on the good in the world. We can create new opportunities, more wealth, even more food as we supply our efforts and work together. Sharing with others doesn't impoverish you. To the contrary, it enriches your life in extraordinary ways. They have an attitude of materialism. Materialism is a mindset that equates value, especially personal worthiness, with possessions. We're all prone to do this, but some embrace it. Others are rather suffer from it to a high degree. This is the person who believes she's better than her neighbor because her home is more expensive, or the man who feels he's inferior to others because he earns less money. People who feel this way are reluctant to be generous because their self-esteem depends on acquiring more and more. Notice once again how a negative thought underlines a destructive attitude and behavior. Jesus of Nazareth handily refuted this dangerous thought with a simple question: is not life more than food and the body more than clothes? The answer is self-evident. Of course, there's more to life than having a new outfit or enjoying the finest food. No person's worth is defined by his or her possessions. You're not worth more because you have more, nor worth less because you have less. In fact, your self-esteem will rise when you discover the joy of sharing what you have with others. They have feelings of doubt. Some people want to be generous, but they worry about the impact on their own financial lives. Obviously, if you give away $50, you don't have it anymore. What if you later find yourself in need? As we noted, generosity brings another kind of wealth that's far more valuable than a lithium of useless S grants, whose image appears on the $50 bills. You don't lose by giving yourself all your resources away. You gain much more than you give, including goodwill, true friendship, and contentment. They lack good examples. My friend Heather teaches English at a community college that serves the poorest population in her state. As an exercise in multidisciplinary learning, Heather partnered with a psychology professor to create an innovative project for their students. The students would become pen pals with developmental disabled adults at a nearby center, which would hone their writing skills and would study the effects of disability on their new friends, a lesson in psychology. At the end of the semester, the students would host the disabled adults for an outing. Thinking of the good you can do by serving others, Heather said as an encouragement to her class. One student blurted out what others were certainly thinking: why would I want to do that? At first, I was dumbfounded, Heather said, but it dawned on me later. These kids had never been taught the joy of giving. They've never seen it in action. If you haven't witnessed the blessing of generosity, it may be a difficult concept or to wrap around your mind. It seems counterintuitive, but it's true. You gain more when you give yourself away. Think of the lives of great givers such as Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, or even contemporary philanthropists like Bill and Melinda Gates or Bono. All of them demonstrate the simple truth that there's greater joy in blessing others than in acquiring for ourselves. They have a spirit of indifference. Sadly, some people lack generosity because they simply don't care about the needs of others. Selfishness seems to be the spirit of our time, and we're encouraged to see people as either winners or losers. It's easy to slip into the habit of thinking about ourselves, our dreams, our desires, and our needs while completely ignoring those around us. If they have needs, we figure it's because they're lazy or they haven't planned well enough. Everybody deserves exactly what they get. That's not true, of course. Many of us have received far more than we deserve in terms of advantages and opportunities. We enjoy the prosperity that's ours partly because of the hard work and sacrifice of others, such as the generations who came before us and built a prosperous society, the brave men and women who guard our freedom, and our parents who paid for our upbringing and contributed to our education. To be indifferent to the needs of others is to be arrogant and incredibly short-sighted. Selfishness is a form of negative thinking that always produces poor results. They have witnessed a pattern of abuse. What if someone takes advantage of my generosity? That's a question many people ask when making the choice to be generous. Some folks, because they've seen generosity abused, are reluctant to open themselves up to give to others. It's true that some people asking for handouts aren't truly in need, and that the lenders of some charities enrich themselves on the donations of others, and that even some religious organizations have abused the goodwill of their donors. It's reasonable to have some concern about where the money goes and want one's gift used wisely. While we should all be careful about giving our money or time to fraudulent causes or disreputable disruptible characters, it's important to remember that generosity primarily benefits you, the giver. It's impossible to ensure that every single penny you give will be properly used. In fact, most of us will admit that we waste some of our own money. We don't give generously because the recipient deserves the gift through his or her flawless life and character. We give because it's better to give than we give because it's better to be a giver than a hoarder. We give because we believe in the power of generosity. We give because of our positive outlook on life and on people, and we're moved to share with them. If you're hesitant to adopt a generous mindset, don't be. There are good reasons to share what you have with others, and there's no reason for living a closed, self-centered life. Give to live. Generosity isn't simply a positive attribute to me or a technique for getting ahead in life. Living generously is my passion. I believe in it with all my heart, and I've tried to practice it in everything I do. I've authored more than 100 books, and many of them deal with subjects related to finances in general and generous living in particular. In fact, it's the subject of my signature book, Give to Live, The Freedom of Being Generous with Your Life. If you're struggling with the decision to choose generosity, please take the risk. You'll never regret a single dollar you give to help others or a single hour of your time spent lending a hand to someone in need. The generous life is a pathway to blessings. I know you'll find that to be true. Though we think of generosity primarily in financial terms, it goes well beyond that. The freedom you gain by being generous with your time, energy, ideas, encouragement, and resources includes much more than money. When you make the choice to be generous, you adopt the belief that there is always more in store. You'll find yourself receiving far more than you ever imagined through the partnership and community you build, and from the unexplained generosity that will be returned to you when least expected. This isn't a dollar for dollar transaction, but a giver is always blessed to give again. Let me share with you a personal story that I hope will motivate you to choose a generous lifestyle. As a child, I learned the joy of giving from my father. When I later had one of my first real jobs, the reason was brought home to me. Uh, as a child, I learned the joy of giving my father when I had later had one of my first real jobs. The lesson was brought home to me in a way that I know would have made dad smile. In those days, I worked as a barber. I didn't make a whole lot, but it was a way to gain some income while going to school. In fact, I'm still a licensed barber in the state of Ohio. I maintain that credential as a reminder of my roots, and who knows when a little extra income will come in handy. One day at our church, Pastor challenged the congregation to support a particular missionary who was struggling financially. I firmly believe in the good work the missionary was doing, but I also knew that the $100 in my pocket had to last me all month. When that was gone, there would be no more until the next payday, and that was quite a way off. I was torn between my desire to be generous and my anxiety about making ends meet. In the end, my better nature won out, and I gave the 100 to help the struggling family. I felt good about my decision, but I also wondered if I'd be feeling hungry by the end of the week. The next day when I went to work, my boss, the barber's owner, called me aside. Stan, he said, "You've been doing a great job here, and I really appreciate your attitude and enthusiasm. You've been a blessing to me and my shop. I just wanted to give you a little encouragement." He handed me an envelope. I thanked him and went back to work. Later, I had a free moment to open the envelope, and there I discovered a $100 bill. Tears streamed down my face as I realized once again that no act of generosity is ever wasted. I haven't been able to stop giving ever since. Give, and it will be given to you. That's not merely my word. It's a law written into the fabric of the universe. Givers are blessed. Helpers receive help. And you'll find that your lifestyle is fullest when you give away. Choose to be generous with your time, your heart, your money, and your life. You'll never regret it. Hope y'all got something from that. Like I say, I'm debating right now on picking up this load or taking these people they truck back. I'm more leaning towards the taking these people they truck back. I think I'm finna go to Atlanta and take my shit out of here. I don't feel like driving in the snow. I really don't feel like driving for them no more anyways. I think I can make the same money selling my own goddamn products. So that's what we finna do. He just texted me just now, talk about what's the ETA to the pickup, nigga. I'm finna go get some gas, take a cash advance, and tell your ass I'm going to Atlanta, nigga. If you can find a load to Atlanta, we could run it. If not, I don't know what you gonna do. I ain't finna go back up north where that snow at. It's a wrap. I need a couple weeks to myself so I can think. I can't drive your truck, beating my back hurt. And that's the crazy thing as I'm sitting here debating about going home. Let me see something. I pop up. Look, my back is like it's going away. It's like the back pain is going away. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Do we keep working or do we quit? It's like that back pain going away. But like I told you, man, when I woke up, nigga, I was stiff. I couldn't hardly damn move. I ain't like that shit. So I ain't trying to be out here and get hurt worse, man. But yeah, for real, right now, I feel like I can go make this money myself. I don't got to be out here 2-3 days. I go talk to 20, 30 people, 50 people and get the same money, man. All right, we jumping in the word because, you know, we got a lot going on in the head and we need God to bless us in any direction that we go, and he can. No matter if we go left, right, up, now he can bless us in any direction we go. So stay prayed up out here. Dear Lord, Father up in heaven, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father up in heaven. In Jesus' mighty name, thank you for this pain leaving my body and healing me from the head of my crown of my head to the sole of my feet. Thank you for keeping me safe through all the travels, the weathers, the snow, the rain. I ask you to continue to keep me safe as I travel so that I don't harm anyone. Anyone don't harm me, don't get no accidents, no DOT stops, no tickets, no incidents. Watch over me, watch over Sean, watch over us drivers, my Lord. Father up in heaven, in Jesus' name, I ask you to give me knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as I read your word. May the person listening get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as I read. May they be encouraged to pick up your word and read it themselves, and may they also be encouraged to build a relationship with you, God, my Father, the Father of David, of Isaac, of Israel, of Jacob, the Father of Abraham, the Father of Jesus. Build a relationship with you and Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name I pray. Watch over my family, friends, and even my enemies. Keep me safe, Lord. Bless my decisions whichever way I go, because I think I'm about to jump out on the independent level. Like I'm ready to have my life and my time back. I'm ready to enjoy every day. And it came about, okay, oh yeah, we in Nehemiah. We just started Nehemiah. We read chapter 1. We're going to go to chapter 2. Nehemiah's prayers answered. Now it came about in the month of Nicaea, in the 12th year of the king of Artaxerxes, that the wine was before him. And I took up the wine and gave it to the king. Now I had not been sad in his presence. So the king said to me, why is your face sad, though you are not sick? This is nothing but sadness of the heart. Then I was very much afraid. I said to the king, let the king live forever. Why should my face be sad when the city, the place of my father's tomb, lies desolate and its gates have been consumed by fire? Then the king said to me, what would you request? So I prayed to God, the God of heaven. I said to the king, if it please the king, and if your servant has found favor before you, send me to Judah, to the city of my father's tomb, that I may rebuild it. Then the king said to me, the queen sitting beside him, how long will your journey be, and when will you return? So it pleased the king to send me, and I gave a definite time. And I said to the king, if it please the king, let letters be given to me for the governors of the provinces beyond the river, that they may allow me to pass through until I come to Judah. And a letter to Aspat, the keeper of the king's forest, that he may give me timber to make beams for the gates of the fortress which is by the temple, for the walls of the city, and for the house to which I will go. And the king granted them to me because the good hand of my God was on me. Then I came to the governors of the province beyond the river and gave them the king's letter. Now the king had sent with me officers of the army and horsemen. When Sanballat the Hornet and Tobiah the Ammonite, and Tobiah the Ammonite officially heard about it, it was very displeasing to them that someone had come to seek the welfare of the sons of Israel. Nehemiah inspect Jerusalem's walls. So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days, and I arose in the night, I and a few men with me. I did not tell anyone what my God was putting into my mind to do for Jerusalem, and there was no animal with me except the animal on which I was riding. So I went by night by the valley of Gate in the direction of the Dragon's Well, and on to the Refuse Gate, inspecting the walls of Jerusalem which were broken down, and its gates which were consumed by fire. Then I passed on to the Fountain Gate and the King's Pool, but there was no place for my mount to pass. So I went up at night by the Raven and inspected the wall. Then I entered the Valley Gate again and returned. The officials did not know where I had gone for or what I had done, nor had I as yet told the Jews, the priests, the nobles, the officials, or the rest who did the work. Then I said to them, you see the bad situation we are in, that Jerusalem is desolate and the gates is burned by fire. Come, let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem so that there will no longer be a reproach. I told them how the hand of my God had been favorable to me, and also about the king's word which he had spoken to me. Then they said, let us arise and build. So they put their hands to the good work. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite official and Geshem the Arab heard it, they mocked us and despised us and said, what is this thing you are doing? Are you rebelling against the king? So I answered them and said to them, the God of heaven will give us success. Therefore, we his servants will arise and build, but you have no portion, right, or memorial in Jerusalem. And that was chapter 2. And now since they asking me about what time I'm gonna make it to the pickup, I gotta go ahead and get on the highway and make it to this damn pilot so I can fuel up and get my cash advance and tell that nigga I'm finna go to Atlanta, bro. I ain't going to that shit up and going back up north. I'm finna go try some whole other shit for 2025. Y'all can get this truck back. Maybe I'll come back to y'all, maybe not. In the meantime, in between time, hope y'all got something out of the Positive Attitude book. Hope y'all got something out of the read. And make sure you pick up your Bible and read for yourself. Make sure you stay prayed up. No matter what you're going through, God will get you through. Jesus is there for you, but you have to reach out to him. We splashing in the fishbowl, man, like, feeling real crazy. But at the same time, we just got to push through. We got to smile. We got to be happy. God blessed us. We still here. Damn the pain that you feel. Keep working, man. I don't want to quit this shit, but we got to do something else. Just saying. Splashing in the fishbowl with another episode. Nip-tastic, baby.